D-Mark, a.k.a. D-Ryan. So, CM Punk talks about his shocking return in WWE. And he did a podcast with No Contest Wrestling Podcast. I checked out a little bit of the podcast, but about when CM Punk was on it, but not all of it. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be checking out a clip about CM Punk talking about his shocking WWE return. So we're definitely going to check that out today. And before we get into that, you haven't already yet, please make me a huge solid favor and click that subscribe button. Turn on notifications, because I will be posting every single week. Let's get straight into this.
I'm driving to the building, and I don't have a deal yet. And I call my lawyer and I go, I'm gonna drive to the building just in case. Okay? Just keep working on it.
That's nuts.
No, it's insane. It's insane. How long's that drive from the street?
And also, Ice Cube's son, Osei Jackson Jr., is actually on here too, which that's dope.
I mean, depending on traffic, but at that time of year, no construction, so I think I got there pretty quick. 20 minutes maybe. Okay. Yeah. And man, I'm just stressed out leaving the house. You know what I mean? My wife's like, I'm so excited for you. She's like, just put this white T-shirt on.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I was probably wearing this. I don't know. Get to the building. Security comes out and hands me black sweatpants, hoodie, sitting in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So here, hoodie up, and the truck next to me because we have.
Yeah, because I think I saw something about that too. I saw something about the Punk wearing wearing like a black hoodie, and he was like covered his face up and everything. So I kind of mostly seen that part of the end when he was actually in the building. So hopefully he talks about. Well, he's talking about his return to WWE. So I hope he talks about like the main return when he was supposed to return the beginning of this year, not in November of last year, but he was supposed to return. I'm gonna more likely give y'all a hint. He was supposed to return in January of the Royal Rumble. So yeah.
Have pictures of superstars on all the 18-wheelers, and TV trucks and stuff like that, and I'm parked right next to the TV truck, and it's just Steve Austin's head looking at me the whole time. So I'm just like, take a picture, sent it to Steve. You know what I mean? He hit me back with a WTF kid. and I just that's amazing.
That's it. Come on.
Yeah. And I just sit there, I'm literally just like sitting
By yourself in the car.
by myself in the car. I'm listening to the Clash and the Ramones. I'm trying to center myself.
Yeah.
Trying to think about, like 8-year-old me.
In through the nose, out through the mouth.
Like this is just, just literally trying to be in the moment. If this happens, because it still wasn't a guarantee. If this happens, it's going to set the world on its ear.
Was there ever a chance, though, really, that you might be like, we're peeling out later?
Me personally, I mean, there could have been if there was like some hard no's to some things, the contracts. But again, I think both sides were eager.
They wanted it.
You know what I mean? But then you get lawyers involved, and then it's a lot. It's a lot. But I get a text, and it's just like, okay, we're gonna clear the hallway. We're gonna come get you. We're just gonna put you in Triple H's office. Okay.
Oh really?
So I run through the building. So maybe
Put the line and you wrapped up like Michael Jackson's son.
They put me in the freight elevator, and it's funny because I know the building like the back of my hand. Like the stairs are right around the corner. I can just walk down the stairs. They put me in the freight elevator.
Yeah.
Freight elevator lowers. I hear him on the other side of the elevator screaming and yelling, "Clear the hallway! Clear the hallway!" And I'm like, "Oh no!" I'm that guy now. All the boys are gonna be like, this is still why we have to, But they clear the hallway, and the freight elevator door opens up and hit like 6 steps this way is the door I'm walking into, and I walk in there and I just sit down, and then I'm just in there, and they're starting the War Games match, right? So it's literally like I don't have a deal yet, Right. Sure. Yeah. So I'm just sitting there, and the lawyers are going back and forth, hammering stuff out, and Triple H walks in, and he's just like, if this gets done, we're just gonna wait. When the time's all right, we're going to bring you in through Gorilla. And I was like, okay, great. So contracts get executed, and it's time. And it's literally just like, okay, deep breath, open the door, walk through Gorilla, and now there's so many people in Gorilla.
Yeah. Can I ask you, who was the first person you saw? Like, do you remember the first person you made eye contact with, and they were like, what the?
Yeah, right.
Because I got brought into Gorilla, and I don't think people knew. I think people were just piled in there because it's the end of the show, and there's social media people who are going to be filming, winners and losers come through the curtain, and they're doing their job and stuff like that. And
as they should.
Gorilla, and then all of a sudden,
As they should be.
From behind, and I was like, kind of turn around to see who it is. It's Bailey.
Standard.
And she's like, I knew it. She's like, as soon as they started yelling at us to clear the hallway, she's like, I knew it. And she's not letting go of me. And then, Triple H is there.
Bailey let him go.
Stephanie, I remember seeing it, having a moment with, just somebody I haven't seen in 10 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's somebody that, people are like, oh, they hate each other.
Yeah, for the man that hates the McMahons so much back in the day, CM Punk was one of those people. Even most likely with Vince McMahon. And still the pipe bomb promo that he definitely cut out, definitely is one of the best CM Punk promos in wrestling history. That promo turned him to a bigger star than he is now. So, Vince McMahon, of all people, can literally tell, CM Punk just hates the McMahon so much. And the most cruel thing that I remember Punk saying that, I could care less about, about Vince. He could care less about Vince McMahon's death in some way, but honestly, Punk just had enough of it back around 2014, and I do remember that he was supposed to fight Triple H at WrestleMania 30 of that year. But in 2014, I even made a video about this, talking about CM Punk and why he left WWE in 2014. That video is still up on my channel. Y'all still haven't watched it yet. But yeah, 2014 was the last straw CM Punk. He couldn't take it. So 10 years later, from 2014 until 2024, this was always CM Punk's home that he left and came back 10 years later. And the special thing about it is, I did hear him mention about wanting him to have a match against Gunther. Probably at, it's not going to happen at Crown Jewel, but somewhere at Survivor Series or the WWE's pay-per-view show. They are bringing back a Saturday night main event. So, I don't know if that's confirmed yet, but it probably will be in the next month or two. So, I'm definitely excited about that and see what that's going to lead up to. So, yeah.
At Regal, I remember looking at Regal and Regal going, but there was just so many people in there. It was like, and then I don't know what to do. I absolutely lose my composure.
Yeah.
Because all I know is I'm coming out.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the set looks like. I don't know if there's a ramp. I'm literally in the dark,
Walking in blind.
So I'm trying to talk to Triple H over the table, and it's so loud, there's so many people, and they're hit my music, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Look cool.
And he's like, go out and walk down to the cage, and I'm like, go out and walk all the way down the cage.
That's crazy.
And he was trying to tell me that there was 2 cages for the baby faces and the cages for the war games, and he wanted me to walk down and stand in between there. In my head, I'm like, I'm marching all the way to the cage.
Yeah, right.
And he's like, no, and my music's playing,
Yeah.
and we're going back and forth, and I'm like, we're both freaking out. No, and he puts his headset on, and I'm like, oh God, what are we doing? And we figured it out, but
That's the place. I'll never look at that the same
right?
way.
The chaos backstage.
Oh, man.
I mean, it's the last minute.
Someone's got to have this on film too.
There was so much stuff.
If I could have saw that on film, that would even be more funnier.
There's a lot of cool stuff.
If they would
It
film
was just
that would be
such a great
funny.
moment. And I love that chaos and that uncertainty again. I was just, man, I could just drink it up all day. But when the music hit, it was deafening. Yeah, I was like, oh man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. CM Punk, because I watched War Games of last year, and towards like the end, I thought the show was over because it looks like the show's about to end. But once they play CM Punk's music, the crowd just around the arena just went explosive. Like nobody did not expect this from CM Punk to return this soon, and he just walks out. And the first person that Punk was looking at was CM. He was looking at Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins. I think this is probably like when the show went off the air too, and like Seth was fucking pissed the hell off. Like he did not like CM Punk, and he did not want CM Punk that night win because nobody expected that. So he was like cussing, and he was trying to get his hands on Punk, and security and Michael Cole was trying to back him up and all that stuff. So that match is still happening though. Even though that match did not take place this year, but it will happen next year in Las Vegas at WrestleMania 41. But yeah, man. CM Punk, even though the man is definitely getting old, and I don't know how long his contract is, but probably mostly a mid-year for him. But I don't know his contract status, so I don't know how long he's going to be around for. But there's so many things that WWE can definitely do with CM Punk. You know, he's already setting up a match with Gunther, then his match against Seth. I do want to see one more John Cena versus CM Punk match, which I feel like that needs to happen because John Cena is doing this retirement tour next year in 2025, the beginning of next year and the end of next year in 2025. So hopefully they make that happen. But yeah, it was kind of a bit shocking when Punk returned because ever since he left AEW and dealing with Tony Khan's nonsense, we all thought that CM Punk was gonna he ended up getting fired by AEW after I saw a unseen footage of Punk and Jack Perry at All In last year. They don't have the sound of it, but you can see the footage. So he confronts Jack Perry on not using real glass, and Punk was denying it. And that there, I feel like in me, that could have been handled a bit different. But they just started brawling, and the only person I saw was Samoa Joe. Tony Khan was nowhere near that. I don't know why, but all I know is CM Punk is back where he belongs at. You know, he's out of AEW, not dealing with Tony Khan no more. Definitely with some high-profile matches with Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Gunther. Mostly LA Knight and a few other people he could probably face with. But yeah, it's good to have Punk back on television. And, you know, it's just exciting for me to see CM Punk on WWE television again after 10 years. But yeah, this was definitely the conversation that we was talking about. But CM Punk has definitely got like a lot of things in store. But yeah, y'all let me know what is your thoughts about CM Punk's shocking return, because CM Punk, I did said this. I saw a report from PW Insider about months ago about CM Punk. He was supposed to return in January this past year in the Royal Rumble match. That was actually supposed to be the actual return. He was not supposed to return at War Games, but he was supposed to return at the Royal Rumble match. That was the main return right there he was supposed to get. But like, Anyways, though, y'all let me know what your thoughts and follow me all social medias down below. I'll be back with another video, y'all. Peace.
Moment to shine. This is my time for flight. I've been grinding forever just for this very night. I've been pushing for many moments like this. This time is undervalued and no one ever could.